but just trying to make sure I sequence the downswing better. '86, there we go. Hey golfers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the downswing sequence in your golf swing. What happens from the top down to the golf ball and beyond? What way should we be moving? How should we sequence our body? We're going to use the TrackMan today to talk about how that can help us generate some speed and also obviously get a little bit more distance out of your golf shots by sequencing the downswing correctly. Now also, doesn't just mean about speed. When we sequence better in the downswing, we do tend to find the club gets on a better path, everything starts to move much better, even the hands and the shaft lean through impact. So we're going to take a look at that today in our video. I got a really simple drill, actually 2 drills for you that you can start to practice and really start to improve your downswing sequence. So before we get started, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. So in order for us to sequence the downswing correctly, we have to first of all understand the sequence of the backswing and how reversing that in the downswing is what we actually want. So when we look in reference to this, what we're going to talk about is club head, hands, arms, kind of chest and shoulders, torso, tummy, hips and legs. Okay, what order they should be firing in. In the backswing, first thing to kind of move is the club head, then the hands, then the arms, chest and shoulders, tummy and torso, legs. That gets us to a good coiled up top of the backswing with plenty of power. Now we wouldn't reverse that and go legs first, then hips, chest, arms, hands, club head. Just wouldn't do that in the backswing. So what we're going to talk about today is how that's the backswing sequence, and I could do a video on that in more detail, but the downswing sequence should be the reverse of that, okay? Now, what I see a lot of is people getting the same sequence in the backswing and the downswing. So that's club head first, hands, arms, last thing to go is the body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a shot here, and I'm going to do that sequence, and we're going to look at the speed, then I'll do my normal one, and then eventually I'll do the drills in a second where we try and ramp that up with a better downswing sequence, and we'll see the difference. And I will try and put the same amount of effort or force into these, but just sequence differently in the downswing. So this one is the club first, kind of body last type swing. Not to mention an awful strike. So 79 miles an hour. That was the incorrect downswing sequence. I'm going to do a swing, my normal 8-iron. I said incorrect, my normal, and then I'll show you the correct, because I don't say that I do the correct every time, but I'm going to do my normal 8-iron as if I was playing. So 82. That's slow, getting old. Maybe I'm just warming up. I've only hit 2 shots today. So you can see the difference there in sequencing that downswing. Doesn't sound like much, but miles an hour, 1, 2, 3 in golf are a lot. I see that on TrackMan and what it can do for your distance. So that was my sequence alongside the incorrect one. So let's take a look at the drill as to how we can reverse what we do in the backswing, get things firing correctly in the downswing, and then retest that alongside my drill and see what happens. Okay, so now that we know how the backswing sequence and that we have to reverse that into the downswing, we're going to look at from the top. Our correct sequence would be that we start to get in to our left side with our legs. They start to go, the hips start to get involved, the tummy, the chest and shoulders, the arms are coming down, the hands, and lastly the golf club. Okay, gets us into a really good impact position as well. If you see that, if we are getting the top downswing sequence wrong, it's going to be impossible to get into that kind of tour level impact that we see from the best in the world. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, simple drill. What we're going to do, quite tricky to coordinate at first. This is probably the harder one. I'll show you a little bit of an easier one, but I want you to do both. What we're going to do is take our setup without a ball first, into our normal position here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our foot back to our right foot, so left foot comes back to the right. Keep the club in front of you here. Obviously the objective is that the ball would be here. And as we start this backswing, as soon as that club moves, we want to step our left foot out, okay? It's not here and then trying to step, because that's just out of sequence. We're going to go back, left foot steps. Now, we'll build that up. That's how I want you to start. Get the feeling of that over and over here. So club moves, this steps. Tricky to coordinate at first, but you'll get it, okay? Now, once you get a feeling for that, you're going to make a full swing as you've stepped that foot, and then drive through into a finish. Okay, so it looks like this here, and this will give us that correct sequence. So club goes back, left foot goes out. That way, okay, and I can feel how much more speed I can generate through that rather than arms first, that way, which I see a lot, because it can be led into this kind of false sense of that feels quick because the arms are firing and the club head's moving fast, but we're not generating power with our body or using the ground correctly. So one more time, then I'll hit a shot. So normal setup, left foot back, I'm out of breath, it's hard work. Here, so as I go back, I step, and through, okay? Now, what we're actually going to try and do, and I don't suggest you have to try this, but just for, I guess, the numbers, I'm going to hit a shot doing the step drill, okay? And we'll look at the speed. So normal setup, here, step back, let's check about the clearance, yep, we're good, right? And here, step back, club goes back, I step. Not a great strike, but 85, okay? So faster because I sequenced better. You think of any other sport, golf aside for a moment, I want to throw this ball as far as I possibly can, okay? How would I do it? Think of throwing a baseball, American football, just throwing a ball in general. You're going to go here, so you're loading back, you're stepping, and you are throwing. So the last thing to go is the arm. You don't throw this way. It's using the body. That's the correct sequence for the downswing as well. Step drill will take care of it for you, okay? Now, what I want you to do, here's one that you can do. I don't suggest you stand up straight away and start hitting shots like I just did, but what you can do is as you swing back, in that backswing, don't be afraid to let the left foot lift, okay? So as you get to the top, lift and stamp it down. Same idea as the step drill, just probably not as effective, but this other one's really, really good as well. So here, step, and plant it down, okay? So let's see what kind of speed that gives us. Use that ball. There we go. Okay, so we'll go, same idea. We're going back, stepping, replanting, that's getting the correct sequence. Back, stamp. 83, a little slower. I've tried those two. I get more benefit, more club head speed from the stepping back drill and driving through. Okay, so the other thing that you can do to kind of do this, if you are somebody who, let's say, has a little bit of flexibility limitations to kind of get the feeling of this sequence on the backswing, let the left heel come off the ground very slightly this way, and then as you start down, replant it hard into that way. Probably something you've seen a lot of the long drivers do if you're watching on Instagram or YouTube or anything. It's that sequence in the downswing, using the ground. Getting it the wrong way around, club head first, just doesn't bode well. Not just for speed, but strike and shots in general. Okay, so I'll hit one for a bit of fun. See if I can break through that 85 with this same feeling, but no stamp. But just trying to make sure I sequence the downswing better. '86, there we go. It's a bit more like it. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really, this is a big one. The downswing sequence is a real tricky one for a lot of people because they're not sure how it works. But just remember, backswing sequence, club head first. Downswing sequence, club head last after all of this has moved. So give the drills a try. Let me know in the comments how you get on. And as always, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I really appreciate each and every one of you for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really helps me out on the algorithm, and I'm really enjoying doing this. So thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.